To raise our awareness of the plight of refugees, our preceding four readers will now present one poem each from Journeys in Translation, a project involving translations of English language original poems into a variety of other languages. As an expression of Antonella's interest in humanitarian initiatives, she has enthusiastically embraced the opportunity to contribute translations of 9 of those poems into Italian, although for this audience, our readers will present the poems in the original English. The anthology, Overland, Oversea, can be obtained from 5leaves.co.uk for $9.99. Our four readers are Anne, once again, Stories from the Jungle; Angeli, Children of War; Sarah, The Humans Are Coming; and Chris, Come In. So let's welcome again Anne, please.
So this poem is by Emma Lee, and she uses stories. Each verse of the poem is a story based on a newspaper report, but the names have been changed. Stories from the Jungle. Everything Abdel sees is smeared, despite his glasses. With the sleeve of a dusty shirt, he pushes grime from the middle to the edges of his lenses. They've witnessed family fall victim to war crimes. He could shower for a fortnight and never feel clean. English is an official language in Sudan. At 16, he wants to join relatives already in England. To dodge military conscription, Said, 20, fled from Syria. Inspired by the story of one of his heroes, William Gibson, Said got to Egypt, then packed on a small boat to Lampedusa, through Italy to France, from where he can only move on. On a borrowed laptop, he listens to Syrian pop music. He'd love to cook. He still has to pay a trafficker weekly for the right to chase lorries to his brother in England. With a bandaged hand, Abdul, 21, tells of imprisonment and gestures to describe the electric shocks he received after his arrest by the Sudanese government. His tribe also harassed by rebel militia. He feels deceived by traffickers. Despite his razor wire injury, he'll try again. Sudan was an English colony. He wants to stop looking over his shoulder. When a tiger stalks, play dead, but it's hard not to run. When his friends were arrested in Eritrea, A.R.T fled and moved from Ethiopia to Libya and across the Mediterranean. He became Tiger, his prey an England-bound train. His hunt failed. His broken arm cast, he hunkers in a makeshift tented cave. A tiger fails 9 out of 10 hunts. He's 5 down, 4 more to brave. English is the only European language he speaks. At Bart University in Homs, his English literature studies were interrupted by conscription. Firas drew and followed an isopleth. 3 family members were killed by Syrian government forces. He couldn't bear to see or be responsible for any more death. Skin torn by razor wire, he still dreams of Oxford spires. Relatives live in several English towns, all with universities. He wants to use the language he's immersed himself in. Ziad was a respected lawyer in Dara. Now he fidgets, grubby and injured from climbing fences, dodging security and avoiding dogs. The pack of cigarettes crinkles as he weaves it in his fingers, emptying a last curl of tobacco. He didn't smoke them, but can't finish with a packet. He translates legal arguments into English. He wants to join relatives and practice law again.
And once again, Angeli will now be reading Children of War.
Children of War is written by Malka al-Haddad. Every child in my land suffers torment of wars. Every child in my land suckles milk mixed with fear. I ache from the gun at my side. Your gift, Father, the day before they killed you. You told me your gun would be my best friend. It has been with me each day and each night, and still, every child in my land suffers torrents of wars. Every child in my land suckles milk mixed with fear.
And we can welcome Sarah back. She'll be reading The Humans Are Coming.
The Humans Are Coming by Siobhan Logan. She wants to be an astronaut, crossing black holes and spiraled galaxies to find extraterrestrial life. Her big sister pushes the wheelchair, rattling over a chalky path, kicking up pebbles white as the Milky Way. And now, an alien kneels in a field, arm extended to furry probe, communing with the space buggy girl. She tells the story of her burnt-out planet, its skeletal grey rubble, her scattered iPhone-archived family. Yet life is an adventure, she believes, that starts in a rubber dinghy, waves rolling high in the turbulent cosmos. While her strong-armed sister is ship's engineer, this teenager in spectacles, toothy-grinned, sits always at the helm. Determined to be in the landing party, she greets every New World city, every stranger with a message of peace. Despite missing her mother, she's bold as a first-generation Martian who reconfigures the ancient notion of home. Now, the night sky has two sisters, sparks in a drifting constellation, their campfires pinpricking our universe.
And now for Chris, who will be reading Come In.
See, as we got closer to come in, people left. Anyway, this is by Lydia Tousey, and it's for the migrants and refugees arriving in Europe. So, come in. We are sorry for our neighbours, those of them that do not know the way to show a welcome. They've read the Book of Doors but forgotten how they open. We're sorry for the landlord. He's always been a problem, and the agents in his office, need we say, they do not act. To be clear, they do their nothing, not on our behalf. Sorry for the state in which you find us. It isn't like we didn't know you would be coming, and for the pains we know you've suffered. Please, be easy. Slip your shoes off. Take this blanket. It's the least that we can do. I'm sorry for our manners. When we visited you last, the mess that we left, the reason you have had to call today.
And this is a poem of mine on a related theme. It's called Hollyhocks. They belonged along the garage wall until the dilapidated garage itself was torn down. Now wayward stems lack support, sprawl across the walk like drunks in need of a lamppost. They meet the definition of a weed, unwanted here, with nowhere else to go. Tattered leaves, attacked by snails and slugs, are ugly, redeemed only by their blooms. 5 pink petals deepen to the center with yellow columnar stamens. In rain, pelted blossoms fall, resemble shuttlecocks from the neighbor's yard beyond the hedge, like abandoned refugees deprived of means. And now, if we could have our readers stand, please, we can give all of you a line of applause. Round. Yes, Antonello, confused. We have to put you to work. So, this is us love.
Thank you everybody for coming here and make this event possible.